Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is David, this is David K Reacts, and here on this channel I ramble with articulation about a variety of different musical, video and audio elements of the videos that I watch. And today we are in Arcane Month. This is a month of Arcane covers that I'm looking at, and we are going to be today checking out one of the most impactful songs, I think, in Season 1 of Arcane, and that is Woodkid's Guns for Hire, as covered by AverageJonas. This is a song... Arcane spoilers throughout this video, so if you haven't watched Arcane, please go and do so. It is one of the best bits of TV I've ever seen, and I wouldn't want to wreck really cool moments by spoiling them for you when you haven't had a chance to see the show for yourself. This is one of the most pivotal moments of Season 1, I think, and it is... everything about the way it is handled is so good. The intercutting, and I am unreserved spoilers for the next minute, the intercutting between the stillness of Jinx standing at the top of the tower holding the flare aloft with the motion and the editing of Vi and Caitlyn running through until the moment where Vi actually sees it is so powerful, and this piece of music sends chills up my spine. So I'm very, very excited to see a cover of it. And this one's interesting because not only is this featuring AverageJonas, who used to be a Valorant player, as I understand it. I know nothing about him. I just did 5 seconds of research before the video. Used to be a Valorant player. He's now a Twitch streamer and a singer. But it's not just him. He's performing here with the University of California's Game Makers Ensemble. Do I have that correct? Let me make sure I have that correct. Game Music Ensemble, I beg your pardon. This was for a charity concert that they did back in 2003, or at least that's when the video was posted. And I love that, because this is such a dramatic, powerful piece of music, and the idea of having a cover that has a full orchestra behind it, a live orchestra behind it, is very exciting. This video has over 700,000 views, and... I haven't looked into anything. I haven't seen AverageJonas sing before. I've avoided the comments of the video, so I have no idea what I'm getting into. But I'm looking forward to it. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. If it is, the way this usually works, or the way this is going to work, is I'm going to watch this through from beginning to end, commenting and emoting over the top. I'm then going to go back and watch it a second time, this time pausing, interrupting, and offering what commentary and analysis I feel I can, based on what I've just seen and heard, and the foreknowledge of having seen it once before. This looks like it's a live performance. Oh, hello. Cats for hire. What? Want to say hi to your fans? No. This looks like it's a live performance. I don't cover live performance terribly often. I've only done it a couple of times because I like also commenting on music videos and things like that. But the opportunity to see a cover of this with a full orchestra was too good to resist. So we'll see what I have to say on the visuals of this. I don't know how much there will be, but there'll certainly be some things to say about the music. Please do hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell. And if you would care to support the channel, you could do so by heading to buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts, patreon.com/DavidKReacts, or leaving a super thanks here on YouTube. More details on that at the end of the video. That's about all I have to say. So without any further delay, let's bring up the video and check out AverageJonas and the Game Music Ensemble with Woodkid's Guns for Hire.
Before they fall,
I love the choice to start with the piano.
through your fingers. Not a good night to lose control. Right as the
That chord, that dominant is amazing.
is unraveling, you play with your blocks until they break. Come tumbling down.
Ooh, that's such a lovely intro for the strings.
Oh, they're tumbling down.
He's got a great voice.
Make your move
Yes! Ooh! Oh, that pullback. Yes! Oh, I love how reserved he's singing. Reservedly. The build through this is phenomenal.
Resting on a knife, your heavy souls, with all this weight buckling down.
The tension build here is great.
Don't drown and float away. Not a good time to lose control. Right as your marionettes cut their strings and run away. You're out of time. Make your move. Leave or die while the fuse is lit. And there's no turn.
Oh, the brass in the back. Beautiful. Building us up. Oh, those lovely flute runs. This is great. Lovely arrangement. Fabulous stuff. I love the use of the bells there. That's nice. Oh. That's such a reserved ending as well. I love it. That's great. I just want to see if there's any other... I saw the name of the orchestra in the description, but I haven't actually looked at it properly. Is there any other information? No. That's phenomenal. What a beautiful cover. I think he did a great job of that. I think the arrangement is stunning. I was hoping the arranger might be credited. I don't know if he might have done that, or whether it was a thing the orchestra did, or the conductor, no idea. But that is really, really well done, because it's such an incredible piece of music, and the build they have through that, it starts so small with just the piano, although quite strident. There's a good, solid sound coming from the piano, but that slow build as more and more comes into it. We had the brass, we had the wind, things just growing and growing and growing. Absolutely suits this song to a T. Let's go back, watch it again, and see what I can pull out of here. Oops.
Hold a die your turn to roll before they fall through your fingers.
Quite reserved sound, fall through your fingers. It's he's keeping everything in tight at the moment, and it's nice because we got this lovely balance between him and the piano, and there is just so much more space to travel into moving forwards. He's going to get much bolder, brighter sound, bigger sound. The piano's going to be joined by this full orchestra. Like this, it's such a lovely reserved beginning for what we've got coming our way, and I think that's a great choice.
Through your fingers, not a good night to lose control.
I like the choice to cut in a couple of little bits of Arcane footage as well. It's nice because it gives a little bit of context to what's going on, and the way that they do it doesn't interrupt or interfere with the performance in any way, I think. That's cool. And it's obviously, I don't know if it's exactly in time with where the action would happen in the show, but it's close enough, and it kind of gives you the vibe of what's going on while this is happening.
Not a good night to lose control.
That is one of the greatest chords in this entire show. The dominant that kicks in there is so beautiful. The song's in, I'm not sure what key he's singing in, the song's in B flat minor. And he hits, the song hits that C dominant there. Not a good night to lose control. And it's such a lovely note in the melody as well, because here's our tonic, here's our fifth, which means this is the tritone. And it's such an interesting interval. That, for anyone who's not musically inclined, you have your octave, da, da. There's your two B flats, or whatever key he's singing in. The da is exactly as far as you can get between those two before you start getting closer to one end again. And it's not naturally occurring in the key. It doesn't matter if you're major or if you're minor, you will not find a tritone inherently in the key, which means it's always a clash. And it's so beautifully used there, because we get that C dominant, and it's a perfectly natural note in that. That's the chord that is struck as that note comes out. So we're in B flat minor. We go, the C is therefore the second note. Dum, dum. That's the root note of that second chord. But the dum, 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 dum. The da is the third of the C. Da, dum. But it's that tritone hit in the middle of the B flat minor. It's such a beautiful construction. And they're doing exactly that here. And it's so powerful. I just think there's something about that, the moment that hits, it's just incredible. It's a beautiful piece of writing originally, and they're doing a great job in this arrangement.
Not a good night to lose control. Right as the earth is unraveling, you play.
This is a really weird thing to comment on. I love the camera angle that they use for this side angle of him, because he's framed by the two mic stands, right? If we go back to this angle, you can see them there. That's two overhead mics there that are sort of focusing down on the orchestra. But this framing is so good. I really, really like that. It makes sense. It's a great place to put the camera because you've got a good uninterrupted view of him, but it's also just a really nice piece of framing.
With your blocks until they break, and these walls come tumbling down.
Oh, that entry of the strings is so good.
These walls come tumbling.
You can see, it's nice, you can see just with the motion of the first violin, just in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen here, this person, you can see the bow. Or it's more the nod of the head, sorry, not the bow. You cut to the bow, but these walls, boom, and you have that slow fall throughout the rest of the phrase, and it's so beautiful. And again, it kind of alludes to, we're returning essentially from that C that was the root of the dominant chord we just had, sliding back down to the B flat, which I think is a really, really nice movement. Again, not necessarily the key we're in here. I don't have a piano to hand right now to check the key, and I don't have perfect pitch. I'm just using the key that I know that the original is in.
Can these walls come tumbling down?
And even though the strings are in here, they're quite reserved. Now, this is some of what I'm going to comment on here is simply an artifact of the fact that this is a live orchestra being recorded. If you were recording this in studio, there might be a different balance. But I actually really like that the strings are in the background here and the piano is still the focus. It's like they're sort of coming into view, coming out of the mist, which is really, really effective for gradually introducing them into the piece.
Time, make your move, live or die while the fuse is lit, and there's no turning back.
That's such a lovely build there. And it's interesting, I'm not 100% sure. Right there, the conductor is cueing the back of the orchestra, and I'm not sure, I assume it's percussion, and that there's a gentle roll that starts there that gradually builds, and we don't actually hear necessarily the beginning of it just because of the way that it's been mic'd. That's my best guess. And you get that lovely build, the brass comes in, the strings, you got that lovely crescendo in through there, and the percussion hit at that point in time. And it really brings us strongly into this next section. I think it's that the use of building in this, both throughout the song and in individual beats through it, really, really good.
And there's no turning back. Kiss your perfect day goodbye.
Oh, so good. Now we got this lovely big sound now, and this is what we've been building to, is this moment. Kiss your perfect day goodbye. Voice not entirely. Oh, I should have said right at the beginning of the video, I'm recording all of my Arcane videos well ahead of time, and so I'm doing a whole batch, unfortunately, because it's the best time I have to record. Unfortunately, I'm doing a whole batch of videos right around the time I have a nasty cold, or rather I'm coming out of the end of it. So unfortunately, I apologize if I sound a little bit stuffy. Unfortunately, it's just the dregs of it at the end, so sorry about that. Also means that my singing voice is a little bit shot right now.
Kiss your perfect day goodbye.
I love that moment as well. You've got this is, they choose to bring in, and of course this is one of the most iconic shots of the first season, is the flare going off. But I love that pan back being shown as the orchestra is building up there. I think that's great.
Kiss your perfect day goodbye. Because the world is on fire.
I love that we've got these big blum at the beginning of each of the bars. It's sort of just really bringing the sort of drama into this. These lovely sweeping strings with these beautifully clear notes that we're getting from AverageJonas here. It's fantastic stuff. Oh, excuse me.
World is on fire. Talk your innocence goodnight. You sold your
I love here. This is really interesting. The da, that note sailing over the top of it. It's a lovely harmony for the da 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 da. Really, really lovely bit of harmony there.
innocence goodnight. You sold your friends like guns for hire. Go play with your blood.
And how much he pulls back there. Go play with your... It's so small compared to the huge sound he's just been producing. I love that we get that variation. It's really, really great choice of sort of power and timbre that we're getting from him.
Go play with your blood. And now you'll pay when these walls come tumbling down. Oh, that's something down.
And I love even here, we've still got the piano front and center, this da-da-da-da-da-da-da kind of going on here. It's still coming through, the strings playing the whole way through this, but the piano's still the focus. And it kind of comes and goes a little bit, and it's going, if I recall correctly, we're going to lose it a little bit more going into the second section of this song. And I really, really like that, because it means that we're finishing this first half off still leaning towards the way that we began it, which I think is really nice.
Oh, that's something down. Resting on a knife, you heavy souls. With all
Oh, it's such a great. It's such a small thing, but doubling that motion, like we've had the da dum da dum, or whatever the notes were that they were playing previously, but now it's just it's immediately the tension goes up. Really, really lovely stuff.
resting on a knife, you heavy souls. With all this weight buckling down on you now, don't
the support from the brass and wind is now allowing those strings to do so much more. And this is what's so lovely, is we're getting this evolution as we go through the piece. They're doing it's earned because we've had this build throughout, and so this sudden shift is not really that sudden. We've been leading to it the whole time, which is fantastic stuff.
Down on you now, don't drown and float away. Not a good time to lose control, right as your mare.
And it's nice because we know what these chords are. We've had the not a good night to lose control the first time around. This time he's changed the... Has he? Can't remember the original to remember whether or not that's the melody of the original or not. But we're going somewhere different. The chord is less prominent now because it's broken up by the way that it's being performed, and yet we know what chord is supposed to go there, so it doesn't matter that we've drifted away from those sort of solid block chords because you can still hear them. You've been set up to know what's supposed to be there, which is lovely.
To lose control, right as your marionettes cut their strings and run away. You're out of time, make your move, leave or die while the fuse is lit, and there's no...
I really, really love the use of the bells here as well. You can see the tubular bells at the back here, and it's just really nice having those just gently, and again, I don't know how loud they would have been in the space, because obviously here we're dealing with the microphones, but just coming through, you could hear them on those first notes of the bars. It's really effective.
You're out of time, make your move, leave or die while the fuse is lit, and there's no turning back. Kiss
Oh, lovely stuff. This is such a lovely arrangement, and the way that the balance of the orchestra versus... I realize I don't know, is Jonas his real name? I should probably have checked that. But anyway, the balance between him and the orchestra, really, really effective. I think that this is kind of giving a very cinematic vibe, which is, exactly what you want for something like this. It's how it treats the original subject matter really, really well as a result. Very sweeping, very epic, and yet you've kind of got these lovely moments. Like there's a lovely brass interjection here coming through, I think on the second beat of a bar.
You're out of time, make your move, leave or die while the fuse is lit, and there's no
There.
turning,
Yeah.
and there's no turning.
Yeah, so 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah. There's no turn. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That lovely bum that just comes through over the top from the brass is so effective. Just kind of a real interjection to just change things up again, just a fraction. And it's between, there's no turn. It happens between no and turning. And it's really, really lovely. Just kind of brings in, it kind of gives a slightly syncopated feel to the vocals as a result, because you've had that absolute marking of the beat. And then the tur comes in the tur, there we are, comes in fractionally afterwards. I love these the little trills that or the runs we've got coming from the flutes. Oh, it's piccolo, sorry. Just going over the top of it. Things like that flesh out a sound so much. They're not playing a part of the melody or something. It's just a little embellishment that goes on over the top. But they add so much to what you're listening to. It's incredible. Oh, it's really, really great. And you got these lovely dum, 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 dum. These very long, slow notes that are going on underneath, which are really just kind of supporting the grandeur of this moment in the song. Just thinking about it. This struck me a long time ago, and I haven't thought about it for a while. But what a powerful line! Tuck your innocence good night. That's such a potent thought, isn't it? It's just brilliant lyric writing. Tuck your innocence good night. I love that. I think it's so evocative of this everything that happens throughout Arcane. It's so sort of traumatic on everybody, including the viewer, I might add. But it's just such a wonderful line, and I think it's one of the reasons that the lyric writing in this song is one of the reasons it just stands out to me as such a brilliant composition. And even here, where he's performing this, there's more oomph to it this time around, but it's still reserved. I love it. I think he's doing wonderful things with his voice here. I just noticed that the bass drum player over here has bunny ears on, and I'm kind of here for it. That's hilarious. Very odd thing to notice in the middle of this. Is the deer antlers here as well? This is amazing. I love that they're allowed to do this while they're playing. Love it. Yep. Oh, the piccolo. I was so busy listening to the voice, I didn't hear how wild the piccolo's going over this as well. Even more kind of frantic than it was when I commented on it previously. I love that. Oh, that pullback right there is so well realized. You get that gradual fade. The piano comes back through again, just like it was before. Lovely stuff. Again, the lovely sound of the bells coming through there. Great stuff. Oh, and I love that ending. They've done such a cool thing here. This is so good. So it... Sorry, I'm just trying to get the piano melody here. Dum dum, that's it. Yeah. Bum bum bum. So lovely. So the piano does the dum dum da, and that's that C from that dominant chord just holds on, and in the background you get this boom, this very gentle finish. I'm not even sure I know exactly what instruments just played that final note. It's so reserved. That's a magical ending. That's really, really good. Wow, what a brilliant cover. I really enjoyed that. I think they did a really great job of capturing the cinema of that, but they also it was something that was eminently presentable on its own and didn't require the cinema to be effective. The fact that they put those little hints of what was happening on, I thought was kind of cool, but you didn't need it to get the vibe of the song. Absolutely great cover. Fantastic singer. Really, really great voice. Some of those notes up there, just so clean. And I love the variety that he had throughout. I thought that added so much to the quality of this. That was absolutely fantastic. I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed watching it, and I hope I was able to bring something to you. If you've seen this video a few times over the last couple of years, maybe, you know, I pointed out some small thing, maybe you hadn't noticed the bells or that final piano note or something, or maybe you've never seen this before, in which case I introduced you to it, and I hope that you enjoyed it. But either way, I wanted to bring something to you, and if I've managed to do that, then I'm a very happy man indeed. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me, especially if you're still here at the end. I really do appreciate it. Please do hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. And if you would care to support the channel, you can leave a one-off donation or contribute to my ongoing wishlist item of keeping my Premiere Pro subscription alive by heading to buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts. At patreon.com/DavidKReacts, you can sign up for $2 or $4 Canadian or your regional equivalent, and that just gives you currently ongoing support of the channel, access to my Discord, where there are, I will say, a couple of sneak peeks of something coming at the end of this month. But it's just that's all it is for now, but I'm planning on building that up a little bit. Or you could leave a super thanks here on YouTube, and any of those would be very gratefully received if you would choose to do them. That's it for this week. Well, maybe not for the... Actually, I don't know if it's for this week. This is a month, so I'm releasing videos. Normally I do just Fridays. During a theme month, I do Tuesday and Friday, and I have no plan for exactly when these videos are coming out. I'm just recording them all ahead of time. So there'll be another video in 3 or 4 days. Thank you so much for joining me again. I really do appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this. Let's go for 9:46 p.m. See if somebody's watching then. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.